sliding down a side street like a hazmat loaded truck. The world is full of heroes, but I don't give a damn. The deities once lived there, but they're not there anymore. The Dodgers moved to L.A., the Mets still play in Queens. I don't know where God is, but the devil's in New Orleans.
Gone to the Devaney Mansion to find Sidney St. Clair. He was not there, but she ran into a group that was cleaning up after the party the night before. Wound up upstairs in this room that was a bunch of greens and wood tones and things like that. Had stolen a piece of one of the dressers so that she could set up her listening spell. And then as she was leaving, one of the guys noticed her. She hit a whirlwind tornado on these poor random guys and escaped.
As well I should have.
That's right.
That's what they get for being nosy.
He said, I stand by my decision.
That's right.
Everybody headed to the brownstone to meet up with and discuss what was going on, and realized that Hera was, of course, still missing. Della had taken the nose ring that had a little bit of blood on it and had done a tracking spell. The tracking spell had led to a warehouse that was full of ghouls, and everyone decided that they were going to go find out kind of surreptitiously how to get in there.
Not everyone.
Well, right. No, well, that's true. That's true. Darwin had stayed in the van, and you were hard to sell.
Darwin was blissfully ignorant.
Yes. Swift had basically glamored, and you had glamored everyone so that you could go in under a veil. Things were going pretty well. You realized there were about 15 to 20 ghouls in there, and that there was a door in the back. And Miranda decided she was going to do some distraction and muffed a roll and wound up gouging a big hole in the desk with her spear. The guy turned around trying to figure out what was going on, noticed that the door had opened because you guys were going to slip inside there, and Miranda had slipped inside there, at which point Volt decided to cause his own distraction. So he stepped out from behind the veil and started going toe-to-toe with some of the ghouls. Let's see. Swift shot one of the ghouls. You punched one and clawed one. Meanwhile, you were kind of hiding in the doorway.
Running away.
Right.
He was trying to tell us.
Really wanting to leave, but you stood in the doorway because you didn't want to abandon your group. Miranda and Della had ridden an elevator down to the bottom floor where they found out that it was all a ruse and that there was a voodoo doll down there that looked like Hera. A woman appeared who turned out to be the woman in green that you had met at the Devaney's the night before, and then she turned into basically a hole in space and disappeared.
But did he see her?
No,
He
you
wasn't
two
there.
did.
Yeah, I was upstairs, y'all.
Meanwhile, Volt, deciding that the distraction obviously was not good enough, decided to breathe lightning, wound up hitting an acetylene tank in the corner, and blew up a corner of the warehouse, knocking Swift into the wall, knocking you off your feet, most of the other ghouls off their feet as well. And that was where we were. You all had heard a tremendous kaboom upstairs from the warehouse, and the rest of you were kind of trying to regain your footing as you were recovering from the exploding acetylene tank.
So how much were we jarred?
You were not, because you were downstairs.
That's, I was just making sure I figured so.
No, it was the rest. Well, of course, Darwin was not jarred. He's still in the.
I was listening to like the radio.
That's
boom,
right.
and then look over, and then just like.
Lock the door. Not here. But yeah, that's where we were. So we were kind of in the middle of that, which brings us back to our combat phase. And let's see, top of the line. I guess Swift would be the first one. So Swift, who goes first, decides that he's going to pick himself out of the wall. He is pretty hurt, and so he, whoops.
Sorry.
Well, no, actually what he does is he does Grasping Branches, which is his one roach spell he has. Yeah. And so what happens is you notice that several of the boards from the crates start popping off and grabbing people, because that's the closest thing he's got to wood that's nearby, and he can only really control wood. Mm-hmm. So the crates start popping off and grabbing the ghouls and holding them to them. Maybe 2 or 3 of the ghouls are going to be kind of restrained this way, and they're going to try and break free, but it at least slows them down. Because if you remember, ghouls go pretty quickly.
I think you were like right after him.
So that brings us to the ghouls. The ghouls go in I think they go in like 6.
What's that based on alertness, right?
Right, alertness. And they get like a +2 because they have inhuman speed.
That is so gross.
So they go in 6. The 3 of them are grabbed by the crates are going to try and break free. They also have inhuman strength, so that makes them good for breaking things, I believe. One of them's going to get loose. He does not. Ooh, and he does not either. So there we go. So one of them breaks loose of the crates. The other 2 are still held by the various crates that are pinning them there. The other ones get up off their feet, or get up off their butts, and begin to come towards you again.
How many ghouls total is it anyway?
There are probably around 6 or 7 of them. Now, in the warehouse, there are about 15. So the guy is also going to try and break free from you.
Did I lay one out?
You killed one, Swift killed one, and I think you had injured another one.
Is this a contested roll, or is he just...
No, he's just trying to break your block. I think your block that you had gotten on him was like a +6. He did not make it, so he got it 3 minuses and a +1. So he got a 4, so he did not break out of your grab. So you've still got him. All right, so that's the ghouls. The other 3 ghouls that are on you, Kylan, are going to attack. Okay. Fists. So he got a 5.
I have a 8, an 8.
Okay, so you beat him easily. The next ghoul takes a swing at you. Ooh, okay. He got a 6.
I got a 9.
Okay, you beat him. And then the last one gets a 5.
That's a 10.
Okay, so they take swings at you. You're ducking and bobbing and weaving, and they can't seem to lay a hand on you, which is what you're good at, is the fisty stuff, the fisticuffs. That's
pretty
right.
much all my stuff. That's where I put everything.
The other 2 ghouls are coming after Swift. They get to their feet. Swift looks like his bell is still a little bit rung. One of them's going to take a swing at Swift. All right.
I don't know. I have the hiccups.
Oh, okay. Swift dodges the first one. That was nice. Okay, and that's even. All right, and Swift dodged the second one. Probably took it off on his, silly armor that he has. So that brings us to who's in +3.
I think
I
I'm
am.
3 as well.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get you, since you've got 3 of them after you.
Okay, and have any of them been wounded?
No, these guys are, well, I mean, they had their bell rung a little bit by the explosion, but other than that, not anything serious.
I'm just going to attack one indiscriminately.
Okay.
Wow. It's not great. So that's going to be 7.
You got a 6, so you beat him.
Alright.
What is your
1.
weapon rating?
Weapon 2, but I get +4 to damage.
Okay,
So I
so
do
you did 6. And you beat him by 1, so it's 7.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have armor or not. They do not. Okay.
That's what I
So,
like to hear.
right? So you hit one. You clock him a good solid punch. He takes. He's still up, but he does have to take a minor consequence. Not minor consequence. More the next level consequence.
Moderate?
Yeah, moderate. So he's still up.
I thought they stopped.
You got hiccups there, Joe?
Just a little.
The power of Christ.
I'm not gonna lie, because I know that you're over there writing something, and the first few times you did it, for some reason I thought you just had a marker board. I look over and you had a pen. I was like, "What's happening right now?"
That's not a marker board. That's not a marker board. No.
I have the hiccups.
There you go.
I blame the banana bread.
That's what it is.
It was very tasty.
It's full of hiccups.
Very good.
I'll make a whole loaf next time.
That's right. This will be fun. All right. So that was your going 3. Anybody else in 2s?
I'm in 2.
Okay. Let's handle downstairs real quick. You guys are downstairs. You're holding the guy. What do you want to do, Jode? Or Della? Excuse me.
Are we interrogating him?
I
Or killing him?
think you were just holding him still, honestly.
For now. The plan eventually, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You
What
can do whatever.
What is it you want to do? If you don't tell me what you want to do, then I'm going to try to kill him. If you
Don't
want-
kill him.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay.
Don't kill him! Don't kill him! Don't kill him!
Please.
I'm just gonna look
Not
tough
yet,
and
yeah.
ready to hurt him if he.
What, you gonna go
tries to
get back
escape.
on the elevator and start heading back up?
I'm going with her. Yeah.
Okay, so you get on the elevator,
was-
hit the button,
Yeah,
and
I
it starts
was
going.
with
So in 3 minutes, in 30 rounds. No, I'm kidding. That's going up. You can honestly probably wait till it gets up about 1 foot and then probably hop into the room if you want to. So what are you going to do with this guy?
Okay, so basically.
Basically.
Do I burn this now or do I just try to intimidate him?
You're pretty
Are you
scary.
trying to get information?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Right. So.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna be like, you have 2 choices. You can be a hostage and you can take us to that girl, or you can be a corpse.
And he says, girl, I don't know where the girl is.
You're useless.
Yeah. Wait, what? What? I don't know where the girl is. Yeah,
Nice.
we're pretty much. He says, I don't know where anything about any girl. All I know is some Devonay woman came down here and wanted us to set up that thing on the table for you all. Guess it worked.
Okay. Nothing else interesting you can tell me to prolong your life?
The Devonays did it. It's all their fault. And their friends.
No.
What was it they set up on the table exactly?
It was a little voodoo doll.
No, I'm asking him.
The voodoo doll.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, she said something about a coin.
Right.
Does he know anything about the coin?
Well, yeah. The
They
guys
were-
with the coins are working with the Devonays.
Okay.
Or they are the Devonays. Or some of the Devonays.
Do I think this is legit? Like, he for real doesn't know?
If
I
you
don't
can
know.
make a report check.
Report check. Okay.
Yeah. And see if you believe him.
Okay, well, that's a 3.
Yeah, it might be legit. Seems like this is about all he knows. It's kind of hard to tell.
Got it. All right.
Ghouls don't have a whole lot of rapport, remember? So they're not the most subtle of creatures.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna stick him with the spear.
Okay. You stick him with a spear. He lets out a gurgle, and you kind of drop him onto the elevator as it's coming back up. It takes a few more minutes, and the elevator comes to a level with the floor, and that brings us to other 2s. Yes.
So what am I seeing? So I got
You got knocked on your butt. You were kind of blown back into the room a little bit. Fortunately, the door and the wall took up most of the blast for you. So you've been kind of blown back into the room onto your butt. You can stand up. That's supplemental action. It's not a big deal. And then you see Swift has been knocked back into the wall.
Okay.
There's a couple ghouls that are coming after him. He's kind of woozily stepped forward. One of them took a swing at him and he dodged out of the way. The other one took a swing and he took it up on the shield, so he didn't take any damage. You see also that Volt seems to be dancing with 3 or 4 of them over there, though Volt seems to be handling himself quite well.
okay.
So
I'm going to connect blast the ones on Swift.
okay, go for it. Do you want to try and hit all of them, or do you want to just do one at a time? Remember, you can. Now, it
Yeah.
won't be a rote spell.
No,
But-
I'm going to do one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to call on the power of the autumn night to give yourself a little more oomph?
Well,
All right.
how Swift? It's like does it look like Swift needs needs?
Swift could use some help. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll
Okay.
split it between the 2. So
That's cool.
What do I do?
You roll. Well, you're doing a rote spell. Roll your discipline. Oh, well, roll the dice and add your discipline to see how you connect with them, how well you beat them.
Discipline 5.
All right. So their athletics is 4. He got a -1, so it's a 3. What did you get? 5. That includes your discipline.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
believe it in.
All right. So what is the damage of your rote spell? I believe it's 5.
Yeah, it's 5. Yeah.
Okay, so you do 5 damage to one of them. He's not even looking at you. He's completely focused on Swift. Swift is, he's taking a swing at him. Swift just kind of dodged out of the way, and you just pow, snap him from behind, and the guy goes flying forward a little bit into Swift. Swift ducks out of the way, and the guy goes past him toward one of the roll-up doors. All right, and that brings us to that was ones. Ones?
I
What?
already went to.
You already went, yeah. Ones? You're listening to music on 1?
Change the channel.
That's right. Turn the volume up a little bit. Gotcha.
It's
All
kind
right.
of like I'm imagining kind of like the kid on the couch that has hands over the eyes. If I'm not looking, I can't see anybody. Nobody can see me.
Just
We're
imagine
just gonna keep
like
the engine running just in case.
Allman
Yeah, right.
Brothers
Be
like
ready.
tied to the whipping post, like cranked
Yeah.
up. Ah!
Swift looks towards one of the guys and says, ooh, let's try this. Yeah. Says, where'd you get those teeth from? I bet your dad was a Labrador. And the guy goes, what'd you say? You heard me. Your mom was probably a Chihuahua. And then Swift takes off running towards the fence. And these two guys go, what? And start chasing him. Right? Okay.
I'm trying to imagine a
Interesting.
Labrador and a Chihuahua.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty ugly combination. Right.
Labrador?
Chilabrador? La 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 la? La Wawa.
Labrador.
La Wawa.
That is a
I think Lava Wawa.
Lava Wawa. Yeah, that's it. Lava Wawa. That sounds like a terrible combination.
All these names are
It's
great.
either that or
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Yeah.
Chihuahua.
That's
So-
like a Labrador.
That's either a very vicious or a very chill dog.
Yeah, right?
Constantly shaking.
Yeah, imagine a Labrador the whole time just shivering at you. Stop, you're shaking the couch.
Actually,
Yeah.
Hank always had a joke about that because he owned Chihuahuas for who knows how long. He was like, you know why they're always shaking? And I was like, no, why? He was like, because they're trying so hard to contain all that power.
bursting at the seams with power.
That brings us to the ghouls. The 3 ghouls on you are going to attack.
Okay.
Oh wow! You can roll if you'd like.
That's
I got a
my
minus
favorite
3. I
kind
don't
of
think
attack.
I don't think he can even touch you. That was even. What does your fist start at?
A 6.
Okay, go ahead and roll because you might tie him.
I get a +2 from using might in conjunction with it.
Oh right.
And because I have inhuman strength, no matter what the actual comparison, your might skill, it's always a +2 regardless.
Because he's just beefy.
Strong. It's gonna be an 8.
Okay, you beat him. And the third guy takes a swing at you.
Yeah.
I think he missed anyway. Now the other 2 are going to try and break free from the crate. No. And he did. Okay, so now we've got 4 guys loose. Okay. That brings us to 3s, which is your turn.
I guess I got hit once. I'm gonna just in for penny, in for pound.
Right as well, right?
Gonna try to take. Yeah, that's nice. That's a 10 to hit.
Okay,
So
that'll
I'm
hit.
just gonna have a nice slash across.
Oh
his-
yeah. You're going after the same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
Okay. Ooh, we
Try
got
to take
minus
him out.
1. Wow. Okay, he's down. You take a nice slash at him, and he only got a 3, so you beat him by 7, and then with your
Not
6 on
quite
top
6
of that, that's just a mess. You turn. He bobs to the left, and you catch him right there. Good slash underneath his chin. Blood goes everywhere, and he just goes down. So that brings us to 2s. Let's get the back room first.
Wanna go first, or-
You guys are in the.
So I'm imagining that we're coming up the elevator.
Well, the
didn't know
elevator's
there was
up
an
pretty much.
I mean, but that we didn't know there was an explosion.
Well, no, you
We
heard
heard
it.
it.
You heard it. Always
Okay.
it was an earth-shattering kaboom. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What can we see?
Yeah.
Well, you're in the back room. There's nobody really back there, but you can see that there's obviously a melee going on out in the large open
Are
area.
the
out
doors
there.
still on the? I mean, did
Huh?
the walls didn't get?
No,
or anything?
the walls took some. Well, they've got some craters in them now, and
Okay.
the walls back by the bathroom. You guys are in a back part of the.
Right.
Several of those places where the wall is have been holes torn into it, and you can see the bathroom now. But really, that's not really in your line of sight. You're gonna have to go back out the door to where you're behind the guy at the desk, if you remember, and then you'll be able to see what all's going on. Which you can, kind of move out there without really having to use an action.
So if there's like craters in the walls, can we see the guy? Like, or
No,
do we
the-
have
the-
to go through the door?
You'll have to go through the door.
Okay.
Yeah. Bless you.
Bless you. All right.
You can head through the door.
Yes.
All right, what you see is that Volt is dodging and weaving with 4 others, that there's a guy who's stapled to a crate by the boards, and Swift has just taken off with 2 of them in hot pursuit.
Interesting. Let's go help Volt.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just move directly in the direction of the
Okay.
nearest opponent.
Make an attack then.
All right.
Probably one of the ones that's after.
Oh, okay. That's what. Do I have my weapon to the attack or to the damage?
To the attack.
Okay.
Your weapon skill
so
to the.
it's a +3 on the spear. Plus
No, that's the damage. So don't add that. You should just do
Okay.
your weapon skill.
my weapon
right?
skill.
Which is a 5.
It's a 5. It was bumped up to for the sword of the cross, but I don't know if that carries to the.
No, it doesn't.
So it's an 8.
Okay, you beat him by 2. So your damage rating on your spear is 3. So you did 5 to him. You fetched him a good shot in the back. Okay, he doesn't realize you're there, so you stab him in the back. He spins around, claws drawn, ready to go after you. Yeah.
All right.
He is not down yet, though. Della, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go attack one of them as well.
Okay, go for it. Make your roll. You going after the same one she's on?
Yeah, I think it's always better to
Pincushion that guy.
than do individual.
Knock them down one at a time.
That's right. What's your weapons?
I got a 3.
Really? Okay.
My weapons are 3.
Okay, he got a 3 as well, so you tied with him, so you still get to attack him. Go ahead. What's your damage of your sword?
Well, I'm trying to remember. Did I engage in combat already once, or were we just? I think we're just. No. I was just trying to get to the elevator. Okay.
So everything would be reset where you could use your sword again. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay, so then I'm going to change it to a weapon 6.
Okay. You hit the one that Miranda had attacked, and he goes down with a spear wound to the back and then a sword to the gut as he spins. So yeah, he's down. 2's your number 2? Yes.
So go after the guy chasing Swift.
Okay. You kinetic blast him?
Yep.
All right. Ooh, good
7.
shot. All right, athletics. All right, so he got a 5. You beat him by 2. You do 5 points of damage. All right, tag him again. This guy, as he runs off chasing Swift, you get him on the back of the head, and he tumbles into the fence and looks like he's kind of wobbly getting to his feet, but he seems to be like he's not going to chase after Swift anymore. That's for sure. So you're standing there, and you kinetic blast to the guy that's chasing Swift, and all of a sudden, beside you, Swift appears. Poof. Okay? And he's got his bow out, and he lets fly with an arrow into one of the guys that's on Volt. And so, and so he hits the one with the arrow, and the guy takes the arrow to the back, and it comes out. You see one of the guys in front of you, Volt, by the way. An arrow sprouts from his chest, and he goes, "Bleh!"
Nice.
And drops. Okay? I think there may be one ghoul attached to a crate, and I think the rest of them were not in the melee, and they actually seem to be leaving. They don't seem like they want to play.
So the 4 that were with him was down to 3 or 2.
No, 2, and then Swift killed 1, and then the last guy's like, yeah, nope.
See you.
That's a hard pass.
All right.
Yep. So they seem to be backing away from you now.
Well, I'm gonna, whenever it's my turn, fly one and kill it.
Okay.
Or attack it.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead and do that. We won't make a roll for it. Are you guys... The rest of the guys are leaving the warehouse, including the guy behind the desk. They don't want to play anymore with you all. So very quickly, the warehouse is pretty much vacated. There are lots of crates that are around and things like that. Anybody want to do anything in particular?
Let's leave this place.
Yeah, I'm going to check and see what was on the desk.
The desk, lots of papers. Looks like manifests, different inventories. Yeah.
I'm going to fly up and keep watch.
Okay.
Make sure nobody...
You can land on top of the building.
Yeah, I want to make
easily.
sure, cops, pedestrians aren't coming in.
Right.
Anything like that.
You do actually begin to hear what sounds like sirens. There was a pretty big earth-shattering kaboom. So, yeah, you do hear what it sounds like, and you can kind of see from the direction of maybe the warehouse district and the garden district, there do seem to be some fire trucks heading...
Should we...
Probably this direction.
Can we grab the... By we, I mean you. Can you grab the computer? I'm not going to...
There was no computer. There was just papers.
Paper. All right,
Everything was an old school.
Then I'm going to... Or you want to...
Yeah, I'll just grab papers. But I'm out. Can I do an investigation to see if I can specifically find
make an
something
investigation
that
check.
might...
Absolutely.
Okay, so... 4.
Okay. Yeah, you see some stuff that basically looks like inventory manifest lists, what they're taking into this warehouse, and some things along those lines. But that's pretty. You grab a handful of them, tuck them under your arm, and head to the Voltmobile.
What do you want to grab?
Do I see anything valuable?
Well, it's a bunch of big crates, so whatever they're bringing in is pretty big. You guys don't need money.
Are there any still larger?
Yeah,
Are there any
I'll bring the
power
claws
tools?
out and break them open.
Okay.
No,
I'm just
but
going to
are
start
there like
breaking
some
crates
staple
open.
guns, power tools that are, you
No,
can easily take
no.
off? None?
No, it's
What kind
warehouse. We don't have power tools. We're not building things. They're just big crates.
They should have been building.
I'll fly down to the crates
Did you
and
grab
start
the
ripping
voodoo
tops.
No,
You did not. You left it there.
You can go back and get it.
I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
How long
Blenders,
will it take me to write down?
toaster ovens.
Man, this is like what was filled in my warehouse.
Right. Nothing major. Nothing
Is it
really
better than what you
exciting.
have? You know, the blender's better
No,
than
I
what
don't
you
think so.
Hey, I'm back on the elevator while I talk.
It takes you about a minute and a half to go down there, get the voodoo doll, run back up the stairs.
I don't hold it with a hand.
I'll just yell at
Stuff
them
into a
that
pocket.
I'll wait with her if they gotta
I'm
go.
coming back
then.
up.
Okay. It takes you about 5 minutes to, look in the crates. Nothing really major here. This looks like probably where they're storing stuff that's come in through the dock system, and this is just, they're getting ready to move it. Ghouls are very strong. They're good roustabouts, good for moving stuff. But it doesn't look like anything really exciting. Back to the car. You've got the papers, and
Did I make it in
then
time?
piling into the car. Everybody starts piling into the car beside you.
Oh, welcome back, y'all.
Hi.
Let's go.
We had a great time.
Let's go.
Heading
It's our
where?
wheelman.
Away from here.
Yeah.
Just drive.
I need to go home.
What?
So I need to go home.
He has a
Gotta
date.
change.
Oh, right. You got a
Oh, you
meeting.
have a thing.
That's right.
What time is it?
Let's see. I think it was probably close to around 4:45. You're supposed to be there at 5:30.
Okay.
Okay. You head back. So I guess heading back to the warehouse for your place. You're gonna drop everybody off, and they'll have to find their ways home.
Don't we have the?
No van.
I thought we were
van?
driving the van.
No,
So
you
they
guys
should
were in
run
the
We on
Voltmobile,
the
actually.
Voltmobile?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember.
Because Miranda got dropped off
Yeah.
at
Oh, that's
your
right.
place because she'd come from Gabriel Beaumont's directly.
Okay.
Right. Or yeah,
Well, it was actually Bunk's place.
I got dropped off at Bunk's place. Excuse me. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
you could drop us off at my place with the van, and then you could go
Yeah,
back to
true.
the
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So you drop everybody off at BJ's pawn shop, and then you head back to the warehouse.
Get out.
Yeah, I've got somewhere
I
to be. And you head back over, getting dressed and things like that. You're at BJ's pawn shop. You gonna head upstairs to your little apartment there?
You guys want to go up and convene, or is there someone
Yeah.
else you'd rather go?
Sure.
All right.
We probably need to debrief because where'd y'all find us?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right. So I'll take them up to my apartment.
Remember, anybody who's taken physical dots or mental dots or social dots, they're gone now because we're in a new scene. So
Okay.
now, any actual injuries or
I saw an
consequences? You have a consequence?
Yeah, the bruise.
That'll be gone in the next scene. Right, so you're probably bandaging and stuff like that in your apartment. Head upstairs, start looking at the papers. The papers seem to be, again, very mundane. You get the feeling that this warehouse actually does legit business, which is kind of odd. You do notice as you're looking through some of the papers that they do import things for the Devanets. You see St. Clair name lots of times, not Sydney, but his sister's name on several of the manifests and things that are being imported from different places. The things that are being imported are really kind of esoteric. If you would say anything, Jody, it's probably equipment for like magical rituals and things like that. Powdered gold dust, depleted uranium filings, that kind of weird stuff that you would run into when you're doing ritual magic. The blood of a virgin. That's probably pretty hard to find. And so things along those lines. So it's a lot of weird, strange things. Obviously, somebody's getting ready to do a really big ritual. Yeah.
I'm gonna pop out the voodoo doll
And do what to...
and show them.
Yeah.
Because they haven't seen it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
say, we went downstairs and we met an interesting person who had this voodoo doll, and she was talking to you at the party. She was in green.
Girl in green, red hair. Really, she was a practitioner. Very attractive.
Yeah. I remember talking to somebody like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, she's one of the people that did all this.
Should have known.
And yeah, so she has a voodoo doll there, and she said it was about the coins. So there's some coins called, I'm going to mess this up,
The
denarian
denarians,
coins.
the blackened
The
denarians.
black and
The
denarian
30 pieces of
coins.
silver from...
Yeah. And so if you pick one up, it will turn you to
Allow you to be
Evil.
possessed.
By a demon.
by one of them. So
Um,
I'm thinking, I don't know if Hera's been turned already or if she's just messing with our minds, but they're doing, if there's one coin out there for Hera, I'm sure they're doing something with other coins as well, especially with all that stuff that they're ordering.
do I know how many of the 30 coins are accounted for? Like,
Only thing you really know is that there's 3 of them underneath the St. Louis Cathedral.
okay. And I did check in with Deacon Fontainebleau, and do we know if those 3 are still there?
He was going to check on it, and he seemed to think they were probably safe. The problem is that over the years, several of the coins have been given to the Catholic Church, and they keep reappearing in circulation. So somebody on the inside is tossing them out to the denarians. So yeah. But as far as you know, the one under St. Louis Cathedral, the 3 that were there are okay. They were in a lead-lined box on a, little reliquary kind of thing next to Suleiman's staff and all the other things.
Is there?
With this whole time, it's just like a janitor, and he just keeps saying, "Oh, a couple silver coins, a tip for me."
Right?
Touches one, turns into things.
Or better yet, hey, I have this coin. Can I pay my rent with it?
Remember what Nicodemus Archeleon did to try to get Harry was he tossed it out on the front lawn of the Carpenters, and when the little baby went to go pick it up, Harry grabbed it first, and that was how he got almost possessed. Yeah, sneaky stuff there. Sneaky.
Della, do you think there's a way for you to modify your
Listening spell?
no
Tracking.
the tracking thing, now that we have the doll, to somehow
Track where it came from?
Check it back to the source.
they're just gonna keep making these false signals with these dolls, right? They can just do that however, but if you could somehow, I don't know, teach it to like recognize and repel from the doll, maybe you could hack it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're looking at the signal from the doll and saying, okay,
figure out
this
where
is
it came
obviously a
from?
fake signal. Don't latch onto this. Right. Only go for the real
Is there a way
signal.
you can use the doll to
Not a
update
bad idea.
this?
Try it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of what is the signal. Was it the coin or just?
It was the blood. Remember
We
the
were
blood from the
looking
nose
for
ring?
it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. The
But
blood.
they're just gonna use
Sure.
these dolls to like.
All right. New ritual again, I guess. You set up the summoning circle. You're at Miranda's. You probably can, grab some chalk and things like that. Or Darwin might be able to provide you with
Darwin
some
has a
of the
good.
things.
that.
Don't you have a good circle at your place?
You want to go to Darwin's place?
Have
Oh,
you
you
created
do
your own
actually.
circle, right?
I have a whole workshop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think his circle's probably
It
Is
is.
that okay? We go
Better
to your
than
place
mine.
and do this.
Sure, that's fine.
All right. So pile into Miranda's van and head over to Darwin's. And
Miranda's van.
you,
So loud.
Miranda's van.
I can't not hear it.
I know. I tell you what, I really want to get van T-shirts made.
Dude.
I think
That
I'm
would
gonna.
be cool.
Jody was telling me that I should talk to David McGee
Yes.
and get him to
gosh,
draw them
yes.
for me.
That'd
and
be
then we'll
amazing.
just- oh, I know.
So
I
good.
need to talk
Maybe
to
bring
him.
it to like a t-shirt shop or
It'd be
something.
so cool. Yeah. So
That'd be
I need to contact him and see if he would be willing to do them if I give him kind of a rundown of what it needs to look like. And it could just be a blue shirt or whatever with just a van on the front and then Dresden files or something on the back. I don't know. I'll need to talk to him
Well,
about it.
what are the colors of the van?
I'd chip in for a full recreation of the spray on it.
You know, wouldn't it
Yeah.
be- that's what I want.
That
Yeah.
would, I'd totally chip in.
Yeah, the van with the whole thing on it and the whole. Yeah, I think that'd be so
Yes.
cool. Either put it on the back or on the chest, and Dresden files and thing. It'd be really cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna talk to David McGee about it because that would be super cool.
We do.
Yeah.
So back to the doll. We're
Right.
trying to make it so we aren't tricked anymore by fake.
Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to
That's right.
filter out any fake signals and only latch onto Hera.
You want it to ignore the decoys.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So you're over there at Darwin's place. This is a thaumaturgy circle kind of thing. He's got a nice setup. So to do thaumaturgy, you need to. What's your lore,
Team
Della?
Like,
Oh, green and
different
purple.
Oh,
I had not realized that. Wow.
That's funny that word the green.
I just looked up and I was like, both of them are. That's the color. Wait. Woo!
Purple and green.
check that
Wow.
out.
going
We must have
on
called each
here?
other.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what's your
All
lore?
right. My lore is a 5.
Yours is a 5. So you guys are even. But you can help her and give her a 6. So you're going to need a strength spell with the filter involved in it, probably around a 10.
Fine.
Your lab is well equipped enough that should give the different stuff that you need to do it, because it gives you a +4.
Have either of you used the +1 that I gave you from my potent prayer earlier today?
I do not believe so.
I have not.
So you could maybe add that to the...
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Unless trying to find the perfect song on the radio would have been the thing.
I can see that being like...
Don't stop believing. Okay. Need to make a roll, Della, to see if you can actually do this. Now, remember, for a thaumaturgy spell... Well, we won't make you roll for it because you can take your time on it, unless you're trying to rush the thaumaturgy spell.
No, I'm not trying to rush it.
Yeah, little girl's being held by demons. We shouldn't hurry at all. I'm just saying.
I hear you. I hear you. But I feel like if we rush it, we're missing one of our team members, right? For the rest of the evening,
True,
I would think.
True. Correct.
And it's been a long day, longer for some than others.
Yeah.
So
And she
I
can
don't
probably
think that-
last the night.
Yeah, I think she can.
She's tough.
I hope so. Then you don't have to roll it. Okay, so you begin working
You
the
can't say
spell.
anything. You just wanted us to abandon and I go look for
I didn't
her.
know it was down there. Just rush it in. I mean,
It takes you about...
My plan involved us being invisible and not being seen.
No, well, that was the initial plan. That was the initial plan in all
I
seriousness.
followed it for a while.
For the most part.
I'm the one who MacGuffin this. So I take full responsibility.
Anyway, all right.
It's going to take you about 30 minutes to feed into this spell, the power you need. You're kind of trickling the power.
30 minutes.
Well, you
I mean,
know,
After
every
that,
minute
you
could
struggled
count.
up you know.
30 minutes to feed into it. And eventually you do get a pull. That's right.
Good. That's a lot of rounds of combat.
That's
I
right.
mean, we blew up a whole warehouse.
Oh, in what?
Yeah.
You do get a pull. It's pulling basically towards the southeast. You know that is towards the side of the garden district that's near the business district in New Orleans. Jody,
as I cast a spell, I feel a pull to the southeast.
Yeah. Jody, give me a investigation check.
All right. Well,
Well,
What'd you get?
lost.
Your investigation check?
Yeah.
What'd you
So I'm at a 1.
Okay. Yeah. It's pulling to the southeast. That's all you know. All right, let's cut back over to Volt real quick. Volt, you've gotten dressed, got in the car, heading towards Tipitina's, which is not too far from your warehouse, actually. You pull up, you park, and get out, head towards Tipitina's. You're maybe about 5 minutes late. There is a line stretching out the door. You can hear music from inside. It's really, this place is jumping.
okay.
And you head up to the door, and
I just walk on as if I own the place.
the guy with the one gold chain and behind the velvet rope looks at you and goes, whoa, are you on the list?
Yeah. Jean
Name?
Marie sent me.
Oh, you're Mr. Kruger. Absolutely,
That's
Mr.
right.
Kruger. We'll show you to your table upstairs. Upstairs? So he takes you, he hands you off to basically one of the waiters, waitresses, and takes you up the stairs. There is a band. There's a floor area downstairs with a really big stage. There's lots of tables and chairs and stuff, so people are sitting listening to the band. And you go upstairs, and it's a little quieter upstairs, and there's several private dining areas that are separated by curtains, and he kind of leads you towards one of the corners, and sure enough, there is Jean Marie. She is dressed in this beautiful black sequined gown, and she's sitting there smoking a cigar, and it looks like she's got probably a glass of some brownish liquid. You're thinking either bourbon or whiskey sitting in front of her. As you come in, she stands up and she says, "Volt, it is good to see you," and she comes over and gives you a big friendly hug. And you kind of remember how attractive this woman is immediately. And she says, "Have a seat. Can I get you something to drink?"
So, yeah, I'll take a whiskey.
Sure. And so she looks up at the little waitress, and the little waitress says, "Any particular whiskey, blah, 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 just well drink."
Top shelf.
Absolutely. And so she heads off, and Jean Marie sits down. She says, "So, you wanted to have a meeting. What seems to be the occasion?" She seems very effacious and friendly. Well, let me cut back to them real quick, and I'll come back to you then.
Yeah.
So you've done the ritual. You finished it up. You know that it's pulling to the southeast. You get a phone call. It looked like it's from Gabriel Beaumont.
Oh, great. Yeah. Hey.
Okay. On the other end of the line, you're not sure what's going on. You can hear some noises, maybe two people talking. You think maybe this might be a butt dial or something like that. Then there's kind of a loud crash, and then the phone clicks off.
Guys, I just got a call from Gabriel, and it sounded... Are they still in the middle of their...
No, they
thing?
finished. They finished. Yeah.
I don't know if I should... It sounded like something happened. There was a crash. There was voices. And if I call him back...
You want to call him back?
I'm
can.
afraid that if something was wrong... Yeah, I'm just going to call him back.
Okay. It goes straight to voicemail.
Could you tell, was it at his place? Or it no, you couldn't tell anything?
Nothing distinct about the way it sounded. Did I recognize the other voice, maybe?
Really wasn't clear enough. One of the voices might have been Gabriel's voice. But
I'm not even sure it was him.
no, I mean...
Wish Find My
All
Friends
right.
existed in 2010.
This is in 2010. Was there such thing as pinging cell towers to find locations, or is that like
You don't have
really-
access to that technology.
I...
No,
The police
but
can do it.
I could call Captain Johnson. Is what I was
You can
thinking.
try and do that, yeah.
All right. So let me call Captain Johnson and see if he can
Or you
locate
just
the
go to his
signal.
place.
Yeah, we could just go over there, and if he's not there, then we can do that.
Okay.
That would, that would take a while to get
Yeah.
cell phone ready.
He's not that far from you guys. He's kind of a little bit on the other side of town from
Okay.
Darwin. No, actually, he's not. Darwin lives in the Garden District, so he's probably 5-10 blocks away. Be easy to pop over there in the van. So you pile into the van,
Yes.
head towards Gabriel Beaumont's. You pull up to the LaLaurie mansion, park out front, hop out. The first thing you notice is that one of the windows on the street is broken.
Okay, that's not good.
Say if they're gonna say one of the windows on the van were broken. I was
No,
like, what?
no, that would be sad. But one of the windows on the street is broken, and you can go check the door if you want. It is not locked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we hear anything like
Give me an investigation check. Or actually,
Okay.
give me an alertness check.
Everybody or...
Everybody who's there, give me an alertness check. If you're trying to figure out if you hear anything.
I'm doing great at being even.
I got it too.
You got a 2.
All right. You don't hear anything. It's eerily quiet. One of the curtains is kind of blowing out through the hole in the glass that's there. Go up to the door. It's unlocked. Who's going in?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go in. You got the spear? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You go rolling in. Looks like something's happened here. There's a table and chair that are overturned. You can see like there's a bunch of stuff that's been strewn around the room from the table. Not sure what happened here. Maybe a fight. Maybe someone throwing things in between them and someone else. But you do not see Gabriel Beaumont.
I'm gonna call out and say, "Hello, anyone here?"
Nothing. It's very quiet. Eerily quiet.
I'm gonna check the rest of the house. He had a kid here, so
yeah.
so I'm gonna
Maybe it was more.
just
Which
room
kid
to
did he
room. There was a little black boy whenever I woke up at the house.
It's a ghost.
Ghost.
It wasn't a real kid. That was a ghost.
I thought you knew that.
Now she
It was
does.
a ghost.
Yes, she knew. She knew.
There's no kid.
Miranda knew that.
It was a ghost. Beaumont has a pretty good rapport with the ghost in the house. He's the one who
Okay.
keeps them calm. Yeah. So
Oh!
Oh, we were down
Hey,
ghosts.
hey, any ghosts? Hey, ghosts! Hello, ghosts? I tried to.
give me a fate point.
Okay,
I'll let you talk to him.
okay.
All right. So you start calling out to the ghost, and sure enough, the little boy you saw earlier comes walking out of one of the walls, and he looks at you and he goes, "Miranda." And it's weird
Hi.
because his voice kind of echoes strange. Yeah.
Well, did I catch his name or did he
No,
speak to me?
he did never give you a name. Yeah.
Hi, what was your name?
Brian.
Brian. Hi, Brian. I'm looking for Gabriel.
Oh, he's not here.
Yeah, do you know where he went or who he left with?
No, there was a really scary guy who came in and came after Gabriel, and so Gabriel wasn't feeling well, and so he left. And the guy got really angry and broke the window and tore some things up in the room.
The guy didn't take Gabriel?
I don't think so.
Do you know what the guy looked like?
Let's see. He was really tall, like really tall. And he was black, like made of stone, and he had a tail that came up over his shoulder and had a big pointy thing.
Like a stinger, like a scorpion stinger?
Yeah, like a scorpion stinger. He was really big and scary.
Okay. But Gabriel left?
Yeah, he ran away because he wasn't feeling well, and I don't think he wanted to fight the big, scary black stinger guy.
Okay, all right.
Reasonable.
Well, thank you for your help. If he comes back, tell him I'm looking for him.
Okay.
Thank you.
And he walks back into the wall and poofs.
All right.
Did we hear the conversation?
Yeah, you did. The ghost was right. You could all see him and hear him. He's pretty well manifested.
Can we roll lore checks to see if we recognize
You can, if you
tall,
like. Sure.
Blackstone stinger guys?
Yeah, sure. Make a roll. Oh, no. She got 4 minuses. You got, okay, what? 4?
I got a 6.
A 6. You're going to need a 6 to recognize this guy. At some point in your books, Della, you must have read something about the Blackened Denarians, because there's several of them mentioned. You know that the leader of them was Nicodemus Archeleon. He's been around for about 2,000 years, the oldest of the Denarians, very scary. He's married to one of the Denarians who is very, very old, but they don't get along. They have a daughter named Deirdre. Mentioned several other ones, Lashiel and some things like that. One of them that you remember from your book was a giant human made of obsidian that had a big stinger tail. So you're pretty sure this is one of the Blackened Denarians. Yeah.
Do they? I can't remember. Do they carry the coins in them?
They have to carry the coins with them. Yeah. If they lose their coin, they lose the contact. Well, their power is diminished. I mean, the demon's in them, but they can be killed, or they can even.
Do I know how to kill them? Has anybody told me about these guys?
Nuclear weapons, generally a good idea. Nicodemus Archeleon, nobody really knows how to kill him. He's been around about every 400 or 500 years. He'll break into the Vatican and burn all records of him, which that ought to tell you something about his power level. He's breaking into the Vatican, or wherever they're keeping the records. So he's pretty scary. This other guy, though, you haven't, besides just kind of the general reference in passing, you're hoping he's not Nicodemus's level of spookiness.
Yeah, so we don't know what level he is.
But any of the Denarians are pretty terrifying. Yeah. They're high level stuff.
Did you imagine like a demon just standing just outside Vatican grounds, just limbering up? He's like, well, it's been 400 or 500 years. Guess it's about time to
about time to go.
Go burn the records real fast.
My brain went to a completely different place where I was just imagining a scene from Ocean's 11 where they're all plotting it.
Well,
so we're gonna put you in a barrel.
We'll hop back to you. Your drink arrives.
Go with that.
Okay, your drink arrives. You're gonna ask her what?
Yeah, I ran into this chick named Lauren Scavis. It was a Scavis family or something like that.
Right. Familiar with the Scavis. Bit of up-and-comers trying to consolidate their power and move in on becoming, I guess, lords of the city. Haven't been terribly successful. But yeah, right. I know who they are.
Well, I went to a debonair party.
Oh, right. Debonair, yes.
Yeah, and they seemed to have some kind of dirt maybe on us or something. I'm not sure. Me and the group I roll around with. I wasn't sure if you maybe knew kind of like their den.
Yeah, they have a house over by Tulane University. They're a very small family. There's the patriarch of the family who, I guess you haven't met him yet. His name is... Flip. His name is... Antoine Scatus. I think he's got 2 daughters, Lauren and Eden, and then a son, Marcel. You know Marcel. He's the guy you killed.
Marcel's the guy we killed in the basement of Church.
Oh, right. That's why they took the...
Right. And then, of course, Lauren is his sister, and he
didn't
isn't...
kill him. We defended ourselves lethally.
Right.
You
And then
kinda
Eden
killed
is
him.
the other daughter.
Did I? No, I was in the hallway with you fighting
Oh,
all the
that's
church
right.
No, it
people.
was
I said-
Bunk,
I said, "That's
Swift,
for you,
and
Darwin."
That's why we were
Della.
having the duel.
That's why you had to...
That's right.
That's,
We were
Bunk,
seconds.
Swift, and Della had to fight the duel. That's why.
And
Right.
Darwin's like, no.
So, yeah, that she says, but that's the only members of the Scavis family. Again, the patriarch of the family, Antoine, has, I don't know, he's been in New Orleans for a while. Not probably longer than I know, but, you know, White Court vampires never come at you straight. They always get someone else to do their work for them or come at you from the sides where you never realize they're hitting at you. So if you're saying somebody was trying to expose some kind of dirt that you have, that sounds pretty White Court vampire-ish.
What about, you wouldn't happen to have heard any attacks about maybe people gearing up to attack the church recently?
No. Me and my organization, we steer pretty clear of the church except on, Sunday mornings when we go to Mass. But we find it best not to anger the powers that be, especially when it comes to the Catholic Church. They can bring a lot of force to bear. So we do our thing and they do their thing and we make sure we tithe. And everybody's happy.
Fair enough. I don't think I'd want to contend with them either.
No, they can... Those Knights of the Cross guys can be kind of scary too.
So this locale of Antoine, you know exactly where he likes to hang out a lot?
As far as I know, he hangs out at their house. Their house, La Grande Dame is the name of the house. And it's down there by, like I said, Tulane. She can give you the address.
Yeah, that would be good enough. But, well, that's enough about me. How have things on your end been going?
Oh, things have been going well, very well. Getting a lot of traction towards moving things into the city and out of the city. Expanding a little bit of our operations. Again, some of the more legitimate aspects of our operation we're expanding as well. Want to make sure that we don't, set off any warning bells or anything like that to the police or anything like that. No, but things are well. Were we going to eat?
Of course, and drink and be merry.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, I'm Jean-Marie. Anyway, so the little waitress comes over and says that they have really good seafood tonight. They've got red snapper, they've got shrimp, crab, all the kinds of different things that you can get out there in the Gulf. And Anne-Marie orders a seafood platter, and then you can order whatever you want. They have steaks as well.
Yeah, probably do steaks.
Right.
Yeah.
And the little waitress heads off, and then Jean-Marie asks if you want to go dance downstairs to the band that's down there. It's a pretty good band. It's kind of a Zydeco sound.
I would love to.
All right, so you head downstairs to dance to Zydeco for a little while, and the little waitress is going to come get you when the food is ready. You dance for a while. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Not
Let's do
athletics. Yeah, athletics, yeah.
Yeah, we can go with that one.
Let's go with athletics.
So let's go with that one.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, should we go?
4?
Okay, do you have performance?
As a skill, no.
Okay, give me a performance check, too. See how well you dance.
Might be burning a fake point. Can I use might in conjunction with
Only if you're trying to do the lift from Dirty Dancing.
Well, if that will give me a bonus,
That's
that is
what I
the
need to
exact
do.
move I will do.
Well, I've had the time.
We're gonna risk it.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a fate point by tapping into
Your inner Swayze.
Yeah. Friends with benefits.
No, that'll work. That'll work.
Because that's pretty much our.
What did it give you? Oh, you're re-rolling. Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 negatives. I feel like the luck's good with me. I can get 4 positives with this one roll. It's gonna happen.
You got it.
It's statistically gotta happen because I haven't hit that tonight. So there it's not. Instead, there's 3 minuses and 1 plus.
Oh,
So I got
wow.
a -2 for performance, a +4 for athletics.
Okay. Well, yeah, you only step on her toes a little bit, and after about 10 minutes of stepping on her toes a bit, she goes, "I think our food is ready." And the waitress hasn't come to get you yet, but you head back upstairs. You sit down and
meetings.
Yeah. I sit there.
yeah. In fact, I do need you to make a discipline check though.
A discipline check.
How many drinks did you have before you went dancing?
I'm still amped up from the ghoul slaying 2017 or 10, whatever we're in.
10.
Jesus.
Actually, 11.
2011.
January 11.
Bro.
I got a 0.
Oh
Do
wow.
you want me to touch them?
No.
She
doing good,
she
you
grabs
did
your
that.
hand. She grabs your hand, takes you upstairs. The food comes pretty quickly after you get upstairs. You're sipping on your whiskey a little bit. She's very congenial, talking, about different things that are going on, how she's expecting a shipment, in the next few days, that she's become looking into opening more restaurants and things like that in the city. At one point, the little waitress comes over, and so Jean Marie grabs a bottle of wine and pours you a glass of it because you're having red wine with your steak, and she's got a bottle of white wine. And so Jean Marie comes over, and when she does, she kisses you on the cheek really quickly, and your nerve endings go on fire. You're like, whoa. Wow, that was smoking hot. And just a kiss is just like, woo, this is kind of, you're having a little trouble concentrating at this point on the food. And she sits back down, and so you're not sure whether her dress has gotten lower cut or what, but you are really having trouble focusing on the food. And she's kind of smiling and laughing and chuckling, and she's very fun to talk to. You're kind of thinking about taking this meeting somewhere else a little more private is what's going on in your mind.
Okay.
So yeah, and you're having trouble fighting it.
I'm probably gonna stop drinking at that point then.
Mm-hmm. She's dangerous. Yep. Dangerous.
So I'm putting the drink down.
Right. A few more minutes goes by.
Influence of one substance, right?
Right.
A few more minutes goes by. You finish your meal. Really, you can have some dessert if you want. Probably bananas Foster or something like that. And the evening begins to wind down. It's probably around 8 or 9 o'clock. And she kind of stands up and says, "Well, should we take this to a bar somewhere or a club? Somewhere a little bit less loud?"
I say, I'd love to. Let me maybe take a rain check on that.
She says, oh, well, I'm disappointed. Do you have somewhere else to be? I could always tag along. You notice she has not come out with any bodyguards, by the way,
Say,
which is a little surprising.
yeah, if you'd like to. See a little
Great.
with the group I've been working with. We've been kind of doing some odd jobs here and there.
Great. Well, you don't mind if we run back by my place and I get changed?
Of course not.
Okay, great. So she says, well, you know where I live? I'll meet you. Oh, I'll ride with you? Okay, great. So she heads down to the car. She looks at the car and says, nice car. I like it. One of those big heavy V8s. Kind of suits you. So she slides in.
Well, as we go to the car, I'm going to take her to where like a car would be, and I'm just going to pick her up and fly.
Are you really? Okay.
I mean, it's night, right? So,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's cooler than driving.
Yeah.
Give me a
I agree.
stealth.
Like Spider-Man
Superman.
swinging with
Yeah,
babies.
Yeah.
Give me a
Know
stealth
the
check.
moves a little bit.
Give me a stealth check because you don't want to,
Gonna
scare
take
any
my
of the
other ride.
Yeah.
Just to make up
I'll
for
give you a
the-
lift.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, there we go. All right, so that's a 5.
That's the number we were looking
There we
for.
go.
Yeah.
She's a little surprised. I don't know that she knew exactly you were a dragon or not. But you wing up into the air, and she weighs practically nothing. She wraps her arm around your neck, doesn't seem really terribly frightened of heights, and kind of, it's a little chilly. Remember, it is January, and she's wearing an evening gown, so it's a little chilly. And it takes you maybe 15 minutes to get across town to her, penthouse apartment thing. You land on the
Fly on the balcony.
right and take her inside. She's kind of nuzzled your neck a few times and kissed you a few more times, and your head's about to explode.
I plummet and die.
No, not quite. But you're having a lot of trouble remembering that you need to go see your friends. In fact, you're not really. You're pretty sure they can wait. I'll let you go where you want with this, but she's probably going to try and keep you the evening.
Sure.
All right, cool.
They can text me if they're in bad trouble.
That's right. We'll pick up in the morning.
I'll text.
What friend?
So many emojis, just
I'll
all
text
of
the
them.
group. I'm tied up, but call if you need me.
Not yet, you're not, but
I like-
you might be. Yeah.
We gotta go. Volt's tied up.
We have to save him. It's obviously a cry for help.
All right.
I'm getting a lot of distress calls from my guy friends tonight.
So you guys are still at Lori Mansion, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you headed now?
Well, now that we know that Gabriel is probably safe, or trying to find a place to get safe,
I suggest people start calling the hospitals because he left but wasn't feeling well, correct?
I think I'm going
Bullet to the head. That'll make you feel a little under the
I'm
weather.
gonna try to call
know.
him one more time.
Okay. When you do, you hear zzz, zzz in the house.
Dadgummit.
Zzz, and sure
Can I
enough,
find it?
yeah, underneath one of the couch cushions, there's the phone. The screen is shattered, actually, so yeah.
Is it unlocked?
It's not. No.
So it is locked.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's locked. Yes, it's not unlocked. Yes.
Okay.
Which means it is locked. Yes. Those double negatives, yeah.
Okay. So I can't see who was like
You
personal calling or anything.
I wonder if that guy, the
Obsidian guy?
torso guy,
Yeah.
I wonder if he gave Gabriel a denarian coin.
I mean, the kid didn't mention it, but I don't know if he'd know what that is.
Do you want to... I don't know. What do you want to do?
I mean, I don't know. I can't relive anybody's memories because nobody's dead for me to look into their eyes.
Right. She could do that. She could do that.
Could
I'm pretty sure.
You could
I believe you.
Let me see.
open the.
Yeah, I can read the dead eyes,
Oh, I had no idea.
but I haven't had to use it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No idea.
Do we need to kill somebody so you can?
Huh?
Do we need to kill somebody so you can?
No.
This place full of ghosts.
Yeah, but they're not. This is
Otherwise,
like.
Kinda
Oh
make
yeah,
me
you
think
probably
of,
don't
like,
want to
Jonah
open your
Hex.
wizard's
Yeah,
eye here.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, the wizards I want help because it's Gabriel we were looking for, not
Right,
Bashir.
but you probably wouldn't want to open it in here anyway.
How can
So
we?
we'll call the cardinal or whatever.
Yeah, I could call Deacon Fontainebleau
Yeah,
and just
Deacon-
sort of outsource this problem to him temporarily until we
Yeah.
deal with the Hera situation.
You gonna call Deacon Fontainebleau then?
Yeah,
All right.
call Deacon Fontainebleau.
Couple rings go by and you pick up, and he picks up and he says, "Deacon Fontainebleau. Oh, Miranda. What's going on?"
So I called him earlier today
Right.
already and informed him about the attack.
Right.
So I'll just update him on what's going on and
Right. I had checked on Gabriel earlier, and he seemed fine. That's weird. Do you have any idea where he is?
I do not.
Okay. Well, if you run into him, I'll put some feelers out to see if I can find out where he is. Maybe get some of my friends in the church to go look, but maybe.
I'm shaking you while you're on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Mention the coins. Okay.
He says, but I'll see what I can find. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. And anything else?
That's it. Just if you hear from him, tell him to contact me
Yeah,
because
sure, absolutely.
yeah, I'm just worried.
Yeah, he off he goes. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
trust
said he
Fontainebleau?
checked on him earlier, which
No,
to me
dude.
is suspicious.
Yeah. We asked him.
So it's not just me at this point?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I mean he has access to the coins. It makes sense.
I mean, he has access to the coins. Isn't he the one who set up Hera's little thing? He's the one who set us up with
The
the bank.
attack happened right after I called him and told
Wow,
him
you
that
guys are
Gabriel-
better than I am. Y'all must be older than me.
So,
We're just really
someone
suspicious.
came here and
Very
attacked
untrustworthy.
Gabriel
Or
right
consistent.
after I said that he survived an attack and went home.
Let's go visit.
It lines up.
Deacon Fontainebleau?
Yeah.
Is that our priority
Dun,
right
dun,
now?
dun.
Or
Yeah, I think it should be.
Hop in Miranda's van.
all right.
All right.
At
have
this
to do it
point,
now. I can't
Should
not.
we? Oh wait, I was gonna say, should we interrupt Volt? But he just sent a text saying not to interrupt him. Didn't
He's
he?
busy.
What time is it?
Well, I mean, I
right
just
now?
said if you need.
Oh well,
me,
for you
let me
guys,
know.
remember he spent several hours with
Right,
her,
right,
so
right.
it's probably around 6 or 6:30, maybe something like that. Yeah, 6:30, probably close to 6:30 or 7. Right.
So is Deacon Fontainebleau?
How about we set him up? How about we call him in an hour? Say we found him. He's fine. He's at XYZ, and see if somebody shows up at XYZ.
I like this idea.
Instead of just going.
This is why he's the Autumn Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is.
All right. So where do we want to send him to?
So before we firmly decide this, is Deacon Fontainebleau our actual main priority right now, or is trying to
Well,
get
that's
Hera
what I-
back?
Wanted to ask.
Well, I'm thinking if we could box in Deacon Fontainebleau, we might be able to get to Hera.
Yeah, because if he's part of the whole Denarian thing going on, then we have a better
We have
chance
a
of
way
finding
to
out where she might
track
be.
Hera, but who knows what we'll face when we get there. If
Right.
we can get our hands on him, then I can compel him to cooperate with us.
All right,
So,
Power of Christ compels you.
because I feel like we need more information about all this anyway.
No, I'm 100% down, but if we come into a situation that, again, we're not entirely sure what's going to go on, if somehow he gets away, it'll make getting Hera a
This is
lot
true.
harder.
That is true. That's a roll of the dice.
It is true, but we always know that splitting the party.
Oh no, we're not
Always
splitting.
true.
I
I
just- I just want us all to be on the same page, so
No
later when
splitting
something
involved,
happens,
that's
it's not we should have done. No, we all agree.
Yeah, no, I think that we need to follow the.
Yeah, so it's
Fontainebleau
either
thing.
the Fontainebleau, we could do that. I mean, we could do that any time, or we could go after Hera now.
And we could. Yeah, but see, all we have for Hera is southeast.
Well, I mean, the thing pulls. I mean, you can
Yeah.
follow it; it'll
It'll
get you
lead us
there.
Okay, I was waiting
Directly
to
to
that.
her.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you get in the car and just follow where it pulls you, and it'll
Well, then how
get
about
you.
this? Fontainebleau doesn't know that we're onto him. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
He could be where we're going.
I mean,
Yeah.
we also don't have firm proof. We're going off speculation right now.
Yeah, right. This is our wild guesses.
So let's go for Hera
Yeah.
then. Thank you guys for eating this because I didn't.
All right, so you're gonna follow
They're
the
very good though.
the leading spell then right now,
Yeah.
or do you want to wait until tomorrow when Volt can join you back?
I
I'll
think
tell you what.
time is of the essence.
How about we follow the little leading spell for right now? We already agreed that would be like an hour before we call again to figure out something.
Stakeout?
Certainly, we should be able to find maybe this location within an hour and talk and decide whether or not where we're going to send him for this thing on the way.
All
And
right.
don't rush in.
Right.
What?
I'm just
going
putting it out
to-
there as a plan.
Like that
So
happened.
Gabriel Beaumont's phone was under the couch.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm gonna put it back there,
It's not
Okay.
rushed,
so that
it's
way
strange.
if he comes back, he can find it.
Right. Got it. All right. So you're gonna follow the tracking spell.
Yes.
The tracking spell, since you're currently at the Lilori Mansion, is still to the southeast. You get back into the van, head that direction.
We have not been doing this very long.
No,
Okay, thank
6:30. Yeah. Okay. You begin heading towards following the tracking spell. It's leading you down towards the southeast. Very quickly, it begins to become. You're going to the Garden District, obviously, and you think you recognize where you're going. It looks like it's leading. And once you round one of the corners, you know where it's going. It's leading you to the Devaney Mansion.
Yep, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. You were here earlier today. Lots of Mardi Gras decorations are up now. The little van that was cleaning up and also decorating is gone.
Can you set up a listening spell?
But I wonder why I didn't see it before. I had the
Might not have been
stuff
here
for listening
before.
spell, but I don't think I've set it up yet.
No, you set it up. You
Oh, I
did.
did?
You got
Okay.
it all set up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't remember. All right, then yeah, let's just hang on a second and listen.
Now remember, it was set up in that bedroom
Yeah, that's
upstairs.
I know, it may not be very useful, but just in case.
Well, do you want to pump some power into it and try and expand its area?
Yes. How's that sound? That sounds
Alright.
good. All right. So
Do we do that? Do it for
Unlimited
dollars or?
no, I think we can do it on the fly.
Mm-hmm. You'll need some chalk, and you'll draw a circle, and then you'll have to, do something like that.
Yep.
If you use the blood from the nose ring, it might make you able to do it as well. It would help you home in on Hera.
So yeah,
Possibly.
I'll do that. I'll just
So I want to
not
install
out
something
there where
in
they
this
can see
van
me.
so we
but
can set up circles easier in the future.
Well, chalk works fine. You
Yeah.
just get out on the street, and go.
yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna go
I mean,
out.
if
I'm
anything,
gonna-
you could just have like a little board that we'd pull out every once in a while that has thing
I
on
think that might be
it.
better than getting out in the
Yeah.
street doing it because that seems a little sus.
We'll do that in the
Well, this is in
future.
front of the Devaney Mansion. They are wizards,
Well,
but they're a
I'm-
secret society.
But I can kind of do it around the corner, sort of like out of the
You
way
can't.
of
Yeah, we
you
can
know.
find an alleyway or something
Alright.
to do.
And as
So-
much construction as is always going on, we can just pretend
That'll be a future project.
that
maybe we
there's
can
some-
work on for
Not a
the
bad idea.
you know. All right, so
All right. So you step out on the sidewalk, draw your little circle, put the listening device in there, and the blood. Ring the bell. Eat the candy. Whatever you need to do this ritual.
yeah, light a
Probably
candle.
take a few little glow sticks and sprinkle some of the glow stick stuff around and so you can see it, and then you immediately sense that it takes you maybe about 5-10 minutes to do this. You sense that the listening spell is changing its focus. You can feel it kind of moving and hear different sounds. There's echoes of, it was in a bedroom and it was completely quiet. And now you can kind of hear people moving down hallways. Just from the echoes, you can tell it's gone into a different room. And it's moving and moving. You hear people talking faintly off in the distance, and then it gets really, really quiet.
Is there any way I can make it so they can hear it in their minds too? Is that a possibility?
It's a little
so
trumpet
it's a
looking
vocal
thing.
thing, so they can.
Yeah,
all
they
hear
can
it.
hear
Okay,
it.
good.
Absolutely.
I was just making sure.
Absolutely.
I want to make sure we can hear. Okay.
It gets really, really quiet. You kind of hear maybe dripping of water or something. You're not sure. And then very faintly, you hear someone scream. Sounds like a young girl.
Of course.
But what she yells is, "No!" And then there's kind of a weird whip crack noise. And then it's quiet for a minute. And she says, "No!" And you hear this
Is
whip
there
crack
any
noise.
way for us to determine what part of the house this could be in?
Well, you've still got the sensing. It seems like it's going down into the dirt.
That's okay. All right.
So
Dripping
Okay, guys.
water.
I think we can sit here and
subterranean.
listen to this for a while, but I think we need to go in